Okay, so now it's time for the fun part where you come to me, the level headed blonde that I am, for my relationship advice on what you should do in your relationship. Now, again, I'm not a doctor, I don't have any kind of degree in that, but my degree is in communication. So, what I'm going to help you do is communicate with your significant other. Okay, the first question comes from one of the girls. It's going to be girl, boy tonight. So this first question I written down was, so my man has a gambling habit. He thinks I don't know and he's keeping it a secret. He hides lottery tickets in his glove department box. He decides that he's going to play this or play that, and he tries to hide it in little departments that I don't know about. And now with the gambling stations back open, I'm finding out that he wants to go there for his guys' night. A, what is your advice on how do I let him know that I know about his little secret and that I don't approve? And B, how do I tell him that their guys' night should not be at a gambling casino? Well, A, honey, you've got a 3-part question, so take a deep seat. Here's what I'm going to tell you. You got to let him do him. Okay, you guys have only been dating for about 7 months. Okay, you can't control him. He does what he wants to do when he wants to do it, and if you try to, he will show you the door and how to get there. Just because you know of it, you know what? Let it roll off your back. Until you are married and there's a ring on this finger, you do not have any control over that man. Even when you do get a ring on that finger, he's probably not going to take your advice on this very well because maybe it's the way he relieves stress. But in that case, since you're aware of it, if you do get engaged or get married, what you might want to say is you have your finances one way and I have my finances over here. That way he's not dragging you into that little pool of going down the hill. Just because you don't approve of it doesn't mean that it's right or wrong. To him, he's going to say he's right, and to you, you're going to say he's wrong. There's really no way to overcome that other than saying, maybe in a random conversation, what's your take on gambling? Make it a conversational piece. That way you can air what you think about it. He can air what he thinks about it. Maybe give him a little inkling that, hey, you know what? I know exactly what she's thinking because she knows what's going on. Maybe he'll change his ways, but don't think you can force him to change because you can't. Okay? Now, you saying that you don't want him spending his guys' night with the boys at a casino of any kind, you can't tell him where to go or how to spend his guys' time. That will make him say, there's the door, don't let it hit you in the rear. It's just, you got to let him have some freedom. And I know if you think that he has too much freedom, he's going to find another woman that does like gambling, yada yada. But honey, you got to have some faith in him. And most importantly, open, honest communication is a great way to do it. So you might just say, let's have a conversation about gambling, see where you come from then, see where I come from. If he says, hey, does this have to do anything with the lotto tickets you found in my glove box? Come back with, well, I will be honest. I was reaching for something in there, and they just happened to fall out. But you gotta be open and honest communication, first and foremost. So this girl, this is the next question from the guys. I want in my life, we have dated, meaning went out a couple of times. She let me know that she doesn't want flowers, especially roses, because all she sees is a handful of thorns and not the beauty. Advice on how to show her that I love her. With each date, I want to give her a gift. That is so kind and thoughtful. A. B. Let me explain to you what she means by she can't see the beauty, only a handful of thorns. Maybe in her past, she's either been given flowers by her previous suitors, or she has seen something like her dad, anytime he would do wrong, he would bring her mom roses. So therefore, she's associating wrong behavior with ways to get out of it with roses. So maybe that's what she's telling you in a roundabout way. Um, if you want to bring her a different gift for each date, in your situation, you've only been out a couple of times. You don't want to bring her something too serious. You don't want to bring her something too lighthearted either. But the best thing you can do would be go to your local Dollar Tree. Hear me out on this. They have lots of things at the Dollar Tree, okay? And they're only $1. You don't have to spend a lot to make a big difference of how you feel. To show affection, to show that she matters to you, doesn't cost a lot. You can get a card that says thinking of you for 50 cents. You can get a little knick-knack of some sort, maybe a magnet to go on a refrigerator. Maybe something to do that's seasonal. Maybe, we just had Red, White, and Blue Day, but they're still selling stuff that's red, white, and blue, and Labor Day is the next holiday. So get something red, white, and blue that she can put in the house for $1. It doesn't have to cost a lot of money to show that you care from the heart, because money and matters of the heart should never be in the same thing, okay? It should be just a show of affection, not how much can we break the bank. 3, this is from the girls. So I'm constantly telling my man that if you cheat or if you leave me, there is no second chance, no do-overs, and my mom overheard us arguing when I stated this to him. She said, "Do you have a secret backup plan? So if this relationship goes south, and do you secretly not want it to work?" She said, "I'm the problem." Am I? Let me stop you. You've got a very complicated situation. You never, ever, okay, want to say, well, if you cheat on me or leave me, then I'm going to go over here and be cheating on you. Because how does that make it right? 2 wrongs don't make a right. And your mom may have been right on something that she said, but yet I hope she didn't say it in front of him. You weren't very clear on that. Here's the deal. Your relationship should be between the two of you. A. B. When she says, do you have a secret backup plan, and if this goes south so you don't want it to work, she's saying, do you want to be your own worst enemy? Do you want to run him off? I would say in this situation, you are the problem. This is a situation where you need to look at it from his perspective. Put yourself in his shoes. What if he was telling you, if you cheat on me, and there's no second chance, I'm out of here, no do-over, are you going to be confident in that relationship, in what you share with him? Or are you going to be going, man, maybe I don't measure up? And getting that doubt, getting in that relationship, see? Anytime you build a doubt up, therefore you're going to break up. You don't want doubts. You don't want insecurities. You want a good, solid, firm foundation. So look at that from that perspective. And if he's still with you, which I hope he is, I hope this was just a little blip in the road, then you sit down with him and you say the following: I'm sorry. Start off with those 2 words, because sometimes they can mean more than anything in the world. Then continue on and say, I don't want another relationship. You're the only relationship I want. However, I may have insecurities, and here's why. It's always good. Don't air your insecurities with your mom. Don't air your insecurities with friends or coworkers or anybody else. You're in a relationship with that person. This is your chance to sit down, tell him one-on-one, before it goes to hell in a handbag. Here's my insecurities. Please help me work through them. When you're a couple, that is your job. You're building a house. You can either build it on sand or you can build it on firm concrete. If you build it on sand, it's not going to last in a storm. You build it on concrete, you have half a chance. And the only reason I say half is because, in life, nothing is ever secure. Last question. Y'all ready for this? Comes from the guys. My girl is wanting to talk about spending more time with her and me having less guy time. She doesn't like my guy friends. How can I get her to loosen up? 'Cause she texts me when she knows where I'm at. She knows who I'm with. I love her. I just don't need another female like my mother to help be a time to help keep time of where I am. I mean, I'm shooting hoops, going fishing and such, and she just wants to text and call me and make sure that there's no other female around. Help. Well, it sounds like she's got some insecurity issues. And when that happens, you need to reassure her that she is the only one. You must be one good-looking man. So what I'm going to tell you is this. It's like that house that we just talked about. House on sand, house on stone. If you help build with your communication, your verbal communication, your what you do, your written communication. Yes, that's a big thing. Text messaging is a big thing because it's a form of communication. Every day that you're around her, say, I love you, but I need my space, just like when you're with your girls, you need your space. I know exactly how long you guys have been dating, 8 months. So let me tell you something. This is a sign of what's to come if you propose, okay? Be prepared. Little red warning light should be going off. Sit this girl down, talk to her now before that goes down, okay? Tell her exactly this. I love you. There's no reason for you to have any insecurities when I'm with my guys. All we're doing is going fishing, hunting. I don't care if you're throwing darts. But be honest with her. Open, honest communication. There that thing is again. If you sit down and talk this out, this is a big thing for you guys, I know. But if you sit down, talk this out. Insecurities are huge sometimes. Us girls, we can feel insecure about our weight. We can look at others and go, do you think that I'm skinnier than her? Or is she bigger than me? And, and yes, that's a test too, just so you know, fellas. And, it's just the littlest things that if you build us up to be the queen to your king, because we want to treat you like the king, you treat us ladies like queens like, and us ladies should be treating our men like kings, then, the relationship will rule the kingdom. But if you don't, then all the king's men and everybody else will fall. You see what I'm saying? It's a domino effect. So you got to be able to build that house of stone on concrete where there's no insecurities, no form of doubt of any kind. And there's that open, honest, hey, I love you, I'm with you, yada, yada. You don't have any time for second guessing. Okay? I hope that helped everyone tonight. I enjoy those so much. Thank you. And I will do again some more of those in the future. Rest assured. But that's all I have time for tonight because, yes, I work all the way through Tuesday, July 14th. So, I will try and let you guys know when I get the SUV back. If I feel secure in driving it, that's a big thing. And we'll go from there. Okay? When I finish the color art, when I finish the book, and yes, I'm still reading that same book. I can't seem to get out of the second book. I will let you guys know as well. So, I'm not doing a workout tonight because I sweated like a hog out there today. So, not doing a workout tonight. Tomorrow night, though, I plan on kicking it up again. So, tonight I've got some more straightening up and probably finding things that I've misplaced that I didn't know I had. But that's where I'm at with that. So, I love you all. Be good. Be good to one another. Listen when they talk or text. Don't jump to conclusions. Don't assume the worst. And remember that when you text back, you don't want to be angry. You don't want to be mad. You want to take about 3 or 4 minutes, because that was a question I didn't have time for tonight that I wish I would have had time for. You want to take 3 or 4 minutes when you're angry, upset, or mad to think rationally before you respond. Because later on you may have regrets about things you texted, and there may not be a second chance. So with that, good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite.